What's up, guys? It's Creepy Cody here, and today I am going to review a book that's actually one of my favorite books called Legacy of the Reanimator, Chronicles of Dr. Herbert West. Now, for all you horror lovers and Lovecraft fans out there, I don't think I need to tell you what Reanimator or who Dr. Herbert West is. I mean, come on. You've seen the films, you've read the Lovecraft stories. That's all you need to know. But what's interesting about this book is it doesn't really focus on the Jeffrey Combs Herbert West because, that's the film version and that's kind of copyrighted and all that. So it's actually more of a sequel to the original Lovecraft story, which I think is awesome. I actually think the Herbert West in the Lovecraft universe is a little bit more frightening because he's more villainous, and he actually does end up killing some people that are living, not just his reanimated zombie. So I'm like, damn, this Herbert West actually kind of scares me a little bit. But anyway, yeah. The last story that Lovecraft wrote of Herbert West was called The Tomb Legions or something like that. I might be wrong. Basically, all the remaining zombies from West's previous experiments, including a zombie that was beheaded during World War I believe. They basically find West, they rip him to pieces, they drag his body parts away. That's the last you ever really see of him in the Lovecraft verse. But, spoilers, he does not stay dead. He somehow injected himself with the reagent. Apparently is now a reanimated zombie, but he's fully cognitive. He's very much still West. And, he's got his nameless assistant, the narrator, because if you're familiar with the stories, the assistant he has no name. So it's not Daniel Kane or anything like that. But, yeah, they're just going on their crazy adventures, just reanimating the dead, and it's just, let me tell you something. Some of the directions that they take with Herbert West in this tales that they do of him, they're pretty damn crazy. I mean, he goes from being and I'm spoiling here, so if you don't want to hear what I gotta say, then just leave the video. But he goes from being a normal human, which he usually is, to being a reanimated zombie, to being a woman. I'm not even going to go into how the hell that happened. How did West become a woman? I'm not even going to talk about it. To being a genetically engineered clone of himself, which is interesting. Sounds like something he would do. To becoming a cosmic being, basically a god. So Herbert West actually becomes a god at some point. And I just think it's insane the directions they take with that. And one of the stories is also a little bit about his childhood. When he was going to school and there's like a girl that has a crush on him. There's bullies messing with him. And spoilers, the bully who screws around with him does not end too well. So even when West was like 12 or 13 years old, he was a badass. And I'm like, and he was like reanimating shit back then when he was just a kid. Oh, I'm sorry if I cuss. Sorry. I probably shouldn't do that. But anyway, yeah, man, I just love the Reanimator series because it's just so cool. I've always been a fan of it since I was a kid because I think we all wish we were like Herbert West in some way. We all wish we had that power where we could just bring our loved ones back or just, have what we lost. But the problem with West and ourselves is that we never think about the consequences of that. That type of power should not just go to anyone, and it shouldn't even be in our hands to begin with. But that's the problem with West. He doesn't accept that. He doesn't accept the laws of nature, and he defies it with absolutely no conscience. He just does not care about the consequences of his actions. If it means him living forever or he defeating death, so be it. And that's just who Herbert West is, So yeah, I definitely recommend this book. I would give it at least 4 to 5 stars. And you can find it pretty easily on the internet, especially on Amazon somewhere. On some Lovecraft sites too, which is what I found in this one. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Legacy of the Reanimator because it's just such a good book and I just recommend it.